Just
How you
disappeared.
get out the cage?
Oh my gosh. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Dolo. Big shout out to the big man above. And as you can see by the title, we're going to be reacting to Aspen Cartier. Nigga, I don't know. Streamer abused dog for views. Aspen, I'm not going to lie to you. I did come across the clip on TikTok. That wasn't a good clip. And we're going to get some dialogue. We're going to get some context of what happened in this video before I make some judgment. So if you would like this video, hit the like button. If you want more videos, hit the like button. Let's go.
Cage.
Oh my gosh. I watched that video. I watched that clip. I'm not gonna lie to you. Come on, Aspen.
Oh, thick, bro. And then he over exaggerates when I hit him. Like, I'm gonna tap him and he'll be like,
Oh, over exaggerated. Now look, dogs do got feelings. Them niggas do got feelings. So they can be over exaggerating. But in that instance right there,
full disclaimer before we get into this video and trigger warning, you are about to see somebody harm their dog, not fully on camera. In the parts, I'm definitely going to blur it, but if you're squeamish or don't want to hear or see any of that stuff, just be aware when diving into this video. And I am reporting on this video to educate and inform people of the stuff that is going on. This is purely for educational purposes.
Right.
So YouTube, please do not take this video down. I do not advise anybody go out and do any of the things you're about to see in this.
Exactly, YouTube. So YouTube, you come across the video, I did not post that video. That was not me in the video hitting that dog. That was Aspen Cartier.
Video. This streamer is catching some of the worst heat of their lives because they decided to put hands on their dog live. And after being confronted with the weird behavior she just presented in front of thousands of people, probably millions at this point, she deflected and said the whole reason why their dog was making all those noises and the reason she had to do it was because he had left the cage and because the dog is over dramatic. It generally gets sadder the more you look into it. I don't want to yab too much in this intro, so why don't we start from the very beginning with who even is this person in case you're unaware.
He laid in my face like this. Like, this how he on my phone. This how he on the phone. And I'm laying in his face like this. I must snatch the phone and throw that to the TV. His TV broke. He talking about I ain't even see.
For the unaware, that streamer you just saw right there is Aspen Cartier.
Aspen Cartier. Where do you get Carter from? Cartier. I'm pretty sure that's an I right there. Where do you get Carter? Take the I, that's Carter. Replace the K with a C, that's Carter as well. There's an I in that, my guy. Cartier.
Aspen Cartier. And in case you have never heard of her, she has started her fame off by making music, mainly rapping from what I could tell, posting music videos on YouTube, and even being on places
they say you want to get rich.
But like a lot of people in this new age of content creation, she decided to dive into streaming and has mainly been doing desktop streams, just chatting, and even collabing with some fan favorites like Stremaer and making content together with a lot of other people. But unfortunately, all of that might come to an end because of one fatal clip that is.
I know I paused this the video a lot, but I'm watching the video in the back. I'm watching this game my man is playing. What is this game? If you know what this game is, let me know in the comment section. This actually looks pretty tough. It's giving me like Disney Channel, Nickelodeon back in the day vibes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's giving me.
It's been circulating around the internet with her putting her hands on her dog after they decided to leave the cage.
I think we're finna end Stremaer because this my like I'm not gonna be on social media until February 1st, so.
Bro, why you keep saying you're not gonna be on social media? Just disappear.
How you get out the cage?
Oh my gosh. I never even seen the actual full clip. I just seen her, you know, hit the dog. But just seeing her right then hit the dog, why you out the cage? Why did she just hit that nigga with a mollywop? Why she hit that man with a haymaker, bro? Calm down. It's a little dog. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm not listening to that. I'm all about disciplining dogs and all stuff like that, but come on, bro. You don't have to beat the dog like that. You don't have to. Come on, bro. That dog is a small puppy. You are huge, Aspen. That dog is not going to dominate you. That dog is not going to try to. Come on, bro.
A dog and a very young dog. And I understand getting upset at your dog for doing things you're not supposed to do. Putting them in the cage, they find a way to jump out, getting a little upset. Hey, that's all fine and dandy. But where you lose me is then where you decide to have an entire Street Fighter all-out brawl on your dog on live stream. You beating your dog like that on camera. Hear the dog crying and pleading for help. This isn't one little love tap that some people might call it, even though I probably would be opposed to that too. This is an all-out Mortal Kombat combo she is putting this dog into, as it is again pleading and crying for help as loud as possible. And most of that was off screen anyway, but still, based on the noises I'm hearing, I'm assuming that none of that went well at all. And thankfully, Twitch decided to step in, the platform that she was streaming on, ended up even banning her for these terrible actions. And the internet as a whole was pretty outraged, even trying their hardest to explain to her why this was a bad idea.
Dogs have the mental capacity of a 2 to 3 year old child, right? If I went to my friend's house and her baby came out of her room and my friend got so angry that her 2-year-old child came out of her room and she grabbed her kid and shook her a little bit and started hitting the walls and started hitting the ground, and her daughter's running and she's just hitting stuff and her daughter's crying and screaming, and she's physically seeing how scared her daughter is, and she proceeds to still hit things and yell at her and grab her and throw her in her room.
Yes, that is abuse. Obviously, we understand that is abuse. You should not be hitting child. You shouldn't be hitting kids. You should be hitting dogs that don't want to get hit, bro. When you was a kid, you did not want to get hit. You know what you did was wrong. You didn't want to get hit. So obviously, you understood what you were doing was wrong. So you didn't continue to do it. Dogs, they're not humans. They had, like she said, they have the AIDS they have the mental AIDS compatibility, whatever I'm trying to say. They're 2-year-old in the head, bro. They don't go farther than that. They stuck at 2 years old. So that dog don't know what it's doing. That dog is just doing stuff. Come on, bro. That dog is just doing things out of its nature, out of its instinct.
Right? And then said daughter is like having a tantrum. Maybe she peed the bed or she peed the floor, or her daughter kisses her in the cheek and she gets upset. This is a different clip, but she gets upset because her daughter kissed her in the cheek and then peed herself. I'm going to question my friend's ability as a parent. I'm not gonna look at the 2-year-old child and say like, wow, that 2-year-old kid just cannot keep it together. She is doing terrible at taking care of herself and at behaving. No, I'm gonna look at my friend and I'm gonna say, you are not a very good parent. Why would you react that way towards a baby? So here's my question. Why do you guys not have the same thought process for a dog? Dog leaves a kennel. If your dog gets in the trash can, if your dog breaks a door, messes up a wall, anything, that is a reflection of how much training and energy you've put into your dog.
Well, I would like to say the majority of the people with sane minds were...
You know what I'm saying? Hey, honestly, I think what she said was not wrong. I think what she said was honestly valid. Everything she said was valid, and nothing, if you have a problem with that, then you are the problem.
Reacting, as that girl just said, breaking down why it's an issue that Aspen decided to put her hands on her dog. Some people were coming to her defense, which is bizarre to me. Even Aspen herself didn't fully understand what the problem was, even though a bunch of people again tried to break it down in TikToks, explaining to her that treating your dog like this is insane, and the fact that you just need to train it more times over and over again, and that the dog at the end of the day is not going to fully comprehend everything that's going on, especially if it's a puppy, and throwing it up in Mortal Kombat.
Hey, look, bro, I'm about to continue to react to this. We all understand what happened. We all understand what went down. Aspen, just understand, bro. The dog is 2 years old. The dog really don't understand what it's doing. It's a dog. Come on. You're not going to go out here and beat a 1-year-old child for doing something crazy, for getting into things they don't need to be getting into, because that baby don't know what it's doing. It's a baby. Okay, you're not going to get mad at the child. I mean, some people will, but you're not going to get mad at the child, right? All right, so don't get mad at the dog. Honestly, I feel like the video is self-explanatory, and that's all I need to say. I hope you enjoyed this reaction of my views of Aspen Katia beating her dog, and goodbye.